season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Kenneth Walker. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. This defense for the Vikings, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And it will be Vikings ball 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And some room to maneuver. Dashing through the snow. Touchdown, Vikings. Chuba Hubbard with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Now Cade York for the extra point. Well, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings moving away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Williams. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A gain of 12. First down, Vikings.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He finds his man complete. It's Potter. 17 yards, 1st down, Vikings.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Minnesota.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 91 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Herbert, pre-pass out wide. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. If you're these receivers, you've got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same.
And he'll get him. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chuba Hubbard with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Vikings lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point through the Snowflakes, up and good. And it's now 14-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Just take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. You're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Once more with Harvey. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Williams. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a 1st. Up the middle, here's Walker. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 21.
Jets. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
To throw, Williams. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there, with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets are back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ethan Evans on now to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Jets will take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Looking to throw is Williams. And he fires one, but incomplete. So after 3 drives and 3 touchdowns combined between these two clubs, finally we get a defensive stop.
Yes, and welcome to the party, defensive players. And glad to have you because for a while there, it almost felt like it was 11 going downfield on air. Okay, so to be able to have someone come up, make a stop, now we got a football game going.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game. We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On the counter, this is Hubbard. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He's going to have the 1st down and then some. Touchdown, Vikings. Brandon Ayuk, 48 yards. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from...
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Devontae Smith, 65 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. McPherson now for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Ethan Evans now. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
He's across midfield. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Williams. He'll dump this off to Scatterby. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's caught. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on 4th down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from 3rd and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got to jump here. Instead of making them earn it on 4th, they jump and give them the 1st.
I love the way you just phrased that. Didn't really have to earn it, did they? Bad discipline on the defensive side of the ball.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Walker is in. Touchdown, Jets. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a great return, solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line. 2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll run for it. It's Hubbard. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Williams now throwing to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
32, 32.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line. 2 yards. Arizona pickup in 2nd and 8.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Looking to throw. Williams. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Vikings are going to get the football back at their own 17. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. Here's Harvey. And strong line there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4. Running left is Walker. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Ken Walker with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jets will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the even. Ill-advised throw there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andrew McCurda. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Vegas! Yes!
Operating from the gun, Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Trying to run for it. Here's Harvey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Harvey. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
6-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Williams. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
This snow front that has socked much of the East Coast not going away as we are back to it in the 2nd half. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly did their part in the first half. But when you're in a shootout like this, you definitely want your defense to play better, but you know that's out of your control. All you can do, keep putting points on the scoreboard and keep giving your defense opportunities to make stops.
2nd down and 8. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his man complete. That's Potter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Home trips right. Set. Home trips right. Baylor's height. Set.
Herbert now. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's Herbert. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And It's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21.
That's another Vikings first down. It's a gain of 10. First down, Vikings.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
When their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. It's a return as Ricky Pearsall. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
yeah, not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. 2nd down in the yard.
21. Ready.
A give up the middle. Hubbard. No, ball back. It's out. It's loose. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So they recover their own fumble. Now they face 3rd and short. Herbert off the play action. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They snap it to Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Potter. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Williams loses the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Now Herbert following the turnover. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, if I haven't said it before, I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And a good run here as he'll run the ball. Way down to the 40-yard line. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set.
1st down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. Now a 2nd and 10.
Set.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Herbert. That was caught. He's got room to roam. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And they're going to have poor starting field position as he's out of bounds at his 10-yard line.
First and 10 at their own
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Now it's Herbert. That one down the field for Ferguson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. A lot of pressure here for Cade York. This to get the lead up to 4.
7-yard attempt.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't. Oh, that's just not fair. And now room to run. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Oh, that is incomplete.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Jalen Phillips. What a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Now they'll change things up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Williams looking to do it himself. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And now it's 3rd and 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 16. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Williams. Open man, the former Gator. It's Ricky Pearsall. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
7 brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll try for the first with Walker. Well, this is going to depend on his spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try it now with Harvey. And some room to run now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. I thought they might try the sneak, but what they had planned turned out much better.
It certainly did, and let's face it, when you run the sneak there, that's probably the better percentage play to pick up the 1st down. But if you have confidence in your offensive line that you won't allow any breakthroughs by the defensive front, you run what they did there. Let the big guy take the football, who runs it a little bit better, and pick up the yardage.
Throwing is Williams. Pass caught right side by Loveland. He's still on his feet. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Kirsten Loveland, 43 yards. And the Jets have taken a 4th quarter lead.
And there's a situation where as a tight end, once he gets that end zone in his sights, he's not going to back down from anyone. He doesn't worry about running to daylight. He doesn't mind running through contact. That's totally fine by him.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead.
37. Vikings 34.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, ram.
Here's Herbert. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
Herbert checks this down to Hubbard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Operating from the gun. Herbert. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He finds his man complete. That's Potter. And he's got this down to the 35. Very sharp here to start this drive, 3 for 3.
Yeah, I like the way he's running this 2-minute drill. Very sharp, very precise in throwing the football.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defense in front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Herbert. A quick throw there is incomplete. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
Count. Set. 380. 12. Ready.
Herbert. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 14. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Now he'll top this and run. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to air one out. And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
brings up second.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
What is that?
He'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them...
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell. And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game. Victory formation time for the Vikings as they'll take a knee here. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Vikings, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4.
Traveling on dividends. She said that I'm bald like a 90s symbol is.